All right, listen carefully because corporate America is witnessing something extraordinary. Walmart CEO John Ferner just triggered an earthquake on CBS Mornings, announcing a complete reversal of their woke agenda DEI programs. Gone. Transgender merchandise restricted. Belonging over forced diversity? Absolutely. Within 24 hours of this announcement, Walmart's stock surged 2.1%, while woke competitor Target plummeted 3%. Ford, John Deere, Toyota, they're all following suit. Even NASA employees are begging for liberation from DEI's $22 million annual waste. And tonight, we're going to reveal how the anti woke crusade is saving American business and why this is just the beginning. And you know what Chuck Norris and America's top corporations have in common? Well, they're both getting stronger by ditching failed policies and embracing what works. Just watch the shocking video where Chuck reveals how one simple change kept him kicking strong into his 80s. While companies are freeing themselves of costly DEI programs, you too can break free from what's holding you back. Chuck's wife, she tried it too. Now she feels a decade younger. Don't miss this groundbreaking revolution that's helping Americans reclaim their vitality. Visit chuckdefense.com/next. It's linked below and discover the secret that everyone is talking about. Okay, so this was the big news today. But it actually started 6 days ago. Now, Robbie Starbuck, I follow him on X, and this guy is a beast. He has been going after all of these woke corporations, and they are all falling like dominoes. I've been tracking all this, and in fact, 6 days ago, he gave us a teaser. He said, I just filmed the first 10 minutes of our next video exposing a major brand, and it's absolutely wild. It's our biggest company yet. This one is going to be David versus Goliath, but we can win. And one thing before we drop it, don't expect perfection from anyone, but I do expect us all to stand against this one woke DEI-fueled company. That's how we change things, one by one. So don't throw your hands up thinking that there's just too many things you can't buy. Focus on one company at a time. Use whatever alternative you need to. Okay, so he goes into this. And I actually, at the time, I actually replied, and this is when Jaguar was trending for what they had just published, that monstrosity of a commercial. And of course, Jaguar is, they're having their own problems now. But we're finding out that it is Walmart swapping out DEI for MEI, merit, excellence, and intelligence. Will move America forward. Walmart nukes DEI as anti-woke crusader Robbie Starbuck sends shockwaves across corporate America. And even CNN had to cover it. Listen.
The nation's largest conservatives fighting back against corporate DEI may have scored their biggest victory yet. Walmart, the nation's largest private employer, just announced it is rolling back its diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives amid outcries over so-called corporate wokeism and claims that DEI is more divisive than inclusive. Walmart says it's ending racial equity training programs for staff, evaluating programs designed to increase supplier diversity, reviewing funding of pride events, and removing sexual or transgender products marketed to children. Now, Walmart defends the move, saying, quote, we have been on a journey and know we aren't perfect, but every decision comes from a place of wanting to foster a sense of belonging. Other companies making similar moves. They include Harley-Davidson, Tractor Supply, and John Deere. Conservatives fighting.
And that's all because of Robbie Starbuck. Okay? Here is the Walmart CEO this morning. Walmart CEO John Ferner drops a bombshell on CBS Morning, signaling an about-face on the woke agenda. DEI programs are being scaled back. Listen to this.
Base. We're joined now for an exclusive interview with John Ferner, the president and CEO of Walmart U.S. I got to ask you off the top to talk about this report I'm reading in today's Wall Street Journal about how Walmart is pulling back on diversity, equity, and inclusion programs under pressure from a conservative activist. So a few of the changes here: phasing out the term DEI, winding down the Center for Racial Equity, no longer giving priority treatment to suppliers based on race or gender diversity, and preventing sellers from listing some transgender-related or themed items on the website. So is that accurate from what you're hearing, and why the changes?
Let me say, like many companies all across the United States, we've been on a journey and we continue to be on a journey. And what we're trying to do is to ensure that every customer, every associate feels welcome here to shop and to feel like they belong. And that term belong, we've been talking about belonging now for almost 2 years. Early 2023, we started talking about belonging. And we're going to continue to make the best decisions we can that makes everyone, our customers, our associates, feel like this is an environment they can shop in and thrive in.
I mean, you remember what happened with Target, right? Their stock collapsed after what was discovered inside their stores. Fox News reporting on this: woke woes, Walmart joins Ford, John Deere, Toyota, and other major companies in ditching controversial DEI initiatives. Chuck Norris, breaking report: NASA staff slams BS DEI policies that cost Americans $22 million a year, begging Elon Musk to clean house, according to the Daily Mail. NASA staff have criticized the agency, accusing it of being overrun by a focus on diversity, equity, and inclusion, which they argue is undermining the core scientific work of the organization. Former employee voiced concern that NASA's emphasis on DEI is hindering America's ability to compete with China in space, claiming the Biden-Harris administration only supports programs that prioritize DEI initiatives. Several dissatisfied staff members speaking on a condition of anonymity pointed fingers at middle managers for promoting what they described as ineffective DEI policies. So even over at NASA, real scientists don't give a hoot about DEI or other hyper-political crap. Wow. So NASA is taking aim at DEI. And we got a video here from Robbie Starbuck that he published. We're going to get to that in a second. Here's more. Epoch Times covered it today. Walmart announces departure from DEI initiatives. But look at this. Okay, here's something that's interesting. This was posted by Tara Bull 17 hours ago. Target gets rid of pride displays, changed Happy Holidays to Merry Christmas, and have a new MAGA Chad Santa. So now the question is, has Target gone unwoke as well? Let's watch. This is their new commercial that they just dropped. Give me your opinion on what you think here. Let's bring it up. This is Target's official TikTok account.
Definitely beginning of a white business.
Born to be wild.
What do you know? So it looks like we've got Target joining the bandwagon, or are they? Are they paying attention to what's going on at Walmart? You know they are. You know they're paying very close attention. Now let's get to Robbie Starbucks talking about this. This was just published. Let's see. Walmart's rolling back its racist DEI practices. Trump's reelection has everyone shook. George Behezy tweets, posted this. Let's take a look at, let's go to Robbie Starbucks direct here. Okay. Let's take a look and watch this together.
100% flip rate. All right, y'all, I don't even know how to start this video because honestly, this is different than everything else we've done because this is the single largest employer in the United States. We are talking about a company that is worth almost $1 trillion on its own. As many of you know, I have been investigating a massive company now for a while, and I have kept my lips sealed on who it was. Now I can reveal it was Walmart, but something incredible happened in the course of my investigation. Walmart became aware of our investigation and reached out to me. This was critical and honestly turned out pretty fantastic for everybody involved, in my opinion. We were able able to have frank conversations with Walmart. And as I've said for a long time, I don't ask companies to take on my political views. I am simply advocating for corporate neutrality. I believe that that is the future because I understand there are people in this country who do not agree with my politics. So it would not be fair of me to force my politics on them the same way that I am not okay with left-wing policies being forced on me and people like me via things like DEI. After various conversations, I am very proud to report to you guys that Walmart has decided on making some changes. I'm going to lay out what those changes are for you and explain how massive this is for our movement. We are unstoppable at this point with a 100% flip rate where we change corporate America and get them back to a culture of sanity and neutrality. Bullet point number 1, Walmart will be removing all inappropriate sexual and or transgender products that are marketed toward kids, things like chest binders for teenagers or books that encourage transitioning. That is all going to be gone. Bullet point number 2, Walmart is going to review and stop funding to all events that could be sexually inappropriate for kids. That includes drag queen story time or pride events that expose kids to sexually inappropriate topics. That's all going to stop going forward. Third bullet point, Walmart will be closing their racial equity center. This is a center they had committed $100 million to, and it was a 5-year project. They will be closing that center going forward. Fourth bullet point, Walmart will no longer participate in the HRC's Corporate Equality Index social credit system. This scoring system is what has brought wokeness into so many segments of corporate America, and we are happy to see them no longer participating. There is not a corporation in America that should be participating with the HRC's CEI scoring system going forward. The HRC got explicitly political in the 2024 election, working with everything they have to defeat Donald Trump and calling him every name in the book. It is time for companies to recognize that they need to move away from this system that is explicitly political and embrace corporate neutrality so that everybody is welcome in their stores. Fifth bullet point, Walmart is going to be reviewing their supplier diversity programs to ensure that nobody's receiving preferential treatment on the basis of race, and they will also ensure that financing eligibility will no longer be predicated on providing certain demographic information. Sixth bullet point, and this is a favorite for me, being Latino myself, Walmart will no longer be using the term Latinx in any of their official communications. That is going to be wiped away. I was very disappointed to see it was there, but again, this is across corporate America. So this is a company, Walmart, who is doing the right thing here, and I want to give them credit for that. Getting rid of this, big. We don't want to hear Latinx ever again. Bullet point number 7, Walmart will be discontinuing their racial equity training through the Racial Equity Institute. Again, getting rid of woke trainings. And last but not least, drumroll please for the big one, DEI. They will be discontinuing use of DEI both publicly and privately at Walmart. This is a massive win for our movement. The momentum just keeps growing. This is the largest employer in the United States, worth almost $1 trillion. Other companies are taking notice. Suppliers of Walmart are taking notice now. With Christmas right around the corner, I'm happy I could deliver you guys one retailer that will drop the woke policies. You've still got Amazon and Target acting crazy out there with wokeness, so I'm glad I could give you guys one at least. And yes, we do have our eyes on Amazon and Target. America just voted, and we voted against wokeness. We voted for sanity. We voted for corporate neutrality. We don't want companies funding divisive things, and Walmart is setting a great example here for other companies to turn around. It's not too late. Turn around. People are very forgiving, and we can get back to sanity together and rebuild and make this country the greatest it can possibly be. As this New York Times headline clearly illustrates, the paradigm has changed. Companies need to listen to our movement. We are powerful and growing every single day. We will not stop until we have eliminated wokeness in corporate America. If you love our work to remove wokeness from corporate America, follow me, share these videos, subscribe to my X page. It's $5 a month. It supports our research team. But please tell your friends about this and let's keep this movement growing. All right, y'all. I don't even know how.
Did you see that headline at the top? Anti-DEI agitator that big companies fear most. From his home in Tennessee, the social media rabble-rouser Robbie Starbuck is waging war on woke policies at places like Lowe's and Ford. His timing is impeccable. I've been tracking this guy. I've been waiting to do a story on him, and I'm glad that I am. I finally, this is big. This is Walmart, Now, we've also got this from Laura Ingraham. This just happened just like a couple hours ago. So let's bring this up.
We will keep men out of women's sports. That's like a no-brainer.
And it turns out we can be very thankful that it looks like Trump broke woke. The largest retailer in the United States is dumping its diversity, equity, and inclusion charade.
Walmart is pulling back on diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. Why the changes?
What we're trying to do is to ensure that every customer, every associate feels welcome here to shop and to feel like they belong. And we're going to continue to make the best decisions we can that makes everyone, our customers, our associates, feel like this is an environment they can shop in and thrive in.
All right, that's a really long-winded way of saying we're listening to our consumers now who think woke is a joke. Trump doesn't just know how to read the room, people. He reads the country. Case in point, his announcement yesterday that he's planning significant...
We will keep men...
Oh, my friends, so many good things are happening, and this is only the beginning. This is only the beginning. Even Elon Musk takes note here. He says the tide has turned, quote, tweeting the Fox News article. Epoch Times, Tara Bull pointing out that Target ad. Robbie Starbuck. It's funny. It says, okay, so 24 hours after announcing Walmart worked with me to end their woke policies, their stock is up 2.1%. Their competitor Target is down 3%. Our movement is a force in the market. Go woke, go broke actually has meaning now. And Paul Zipula says, I'll keep saying it. People simply don't realize the power Robbie is wielding here. Companies spend many millions advertising just to keep their value from collapsing. Robbie can change that value up or down with a single post on X. This is why the establishment is terrified. And Robbie replied, it's crazy even to me. And you can see Walmart is tagged in all these posts. So score another victory for conservatives, for sanity, for Robbie Starbuck, because the verdict is in. Go woke, go broke. It's not just a catchphrase, it's an economic reality. Robbie Starbuck's campaign against corporate virtue signaling has proven that Americans will reward companies that choose merit over madness, excellence over equity, and real results over woke rhetoric. The market has spoken, and the message is clear. DEI is DOA. So here's what I want to know from you. Comment below. Which woke corporation should be the next target of Robbie Starbuck and the anti-DEI revolution? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And for those ready to join the fight, our exclusive MAGA Avengers collection is dropped at the Next News merch shop. These limited edition pieces feature our viral design that's already causing meltdowns in corporate boardrooms. So head over to shop.nextnewsnetwork.com before the anti-woke army claims them all.